Hey guys, welcome back to Judo Highlights. Here are the top IPPONS for the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam that we just had. We'll have a look at some amazing throws. Not all IPPONS, this one actually was waved off as an IPPON and turned into a Wazari, and I think that's the right call. Just landing on the shoulder there. But yeah, some great throws in this one. Some really nice techniques. But before we begin, just make sure you like the video, subscribe, and also hit that bell notification so you know when the next tournament's coming up. We've got a bit of a dry spell in November, and that's for the IGF tour, but Kodokan Cup's happening in Japan, and then beginning of December, we've got the Tokyo Grand Slam, so it's going to be a good end to the year. Now this is Chopanov's insane Ouchigari on the sleeve side, so most people generally do Ouchigari on the lapel side, but to do it like this with the sleeve is unbelievable. Davalishvili, another Georgian that we should probably just watch out for. Actually, him and Chigalidze, the guy who got the nice throw with the Ashibarai at the beginning of the video. I mean, Georgia, they're just gonna constantly churn out really high level guys with beautiful techniques. So make sure you always tune in to watch those guys. Actually, I was telling a friend last night, after Japan, Georgians, probably my second favorite to watch. Just amazing judo by the end. Now have a look at this Uchimata. Big bit of lift and nice control at the end. I like it when people land standing after their Uchimata. Mariyama, I mean, he's probably the best at that. Ippon here in the gold medal contest. Hoshiguruma. See him fending off that hand, getting it out of the way. And then White, he was left with some unpleasant grips, tried to re-grip, and in that moment, Volsanov took advantage. This next one, bit of a changing of the guard for Russia. Ardamian against Bilalov. Now he does an interesting thing here, ducks under, and then I kind of wonder if he was thinking, oh, I've ducked under, I'm probably going to get a Shido, so I should really put in an attack immediately. So I wonder if that was kind of going through his mind here. Definitely saw an opportunity there with the Ashibarai, and got it beautifully. Ishihara, one of the new guys for under 73 for Japan. Hashimoto, he's going to be gone soon. Ono, definitely gone. And have a look at this. But Ishihara, he is a stand-up Seoinage guy. Beautiful techniques by him. Now Karapatayan, this Osotogari, and I'm sure a lot of us have been in this situation many times before. Extreme, right versus right. Both got the same grips, and it's just who's got the better technique at the end of the day. Now this is Takioka, and I mean, he's got so many ippons with this technique. This is one of his go-tos, kind of that deep Kosotogake. Now have a look at this one. Talk about deep. Osoto, and then Taniotoshi, and I mean, Blue, the look on his face was not pleasant. Really nice Seoi Otoshi here. I mean, the lapel hand by the Kazakh fighter, good push. Now this one of my favorites, Yoko Tomoinage. Scored it beautifully and then lands on top as well. It's always good to see people end their techniques in a dominant position. Now this was one of the highlights of the whole tournament. Big Uranage here. Watch her go for it and get the underhook at the same time. So they grip up. First, big hand around the back. Really important just to close that space. And then here, there's the hand, the underhook on the opposite side. And the immediate entry. Nice hopping Uchimata. Now I said hopping in a previous video, and someone said a hopping Uchimata is just a Kenken Uchimata. Yes, Kenken does mean hop. If you've ever played hopscotch before, in Japanese it's Kenken pa. So you get a hop 2 times and then land on both legs. Bit of a mistake by the French player here, just got caught. Was obviously trying to do something while that Ashiwaza came in. Not sure exactly what he was thinking. Now look at the big stab through with the hips and eventually gets it. Kind of interesting that Blue didn't decide to kind of throw the leg up there. Look for the Uchimata right here, but just sticks with it. Surigoshi. Good strong hip technique. Now this is a Sumigaishi. Sometimes you just get yourself in a position, you see that elbow of Blue just tucked too deeply into the waist of White, and that just makes the Sumigaishi really easy to do. No way to defend on the opposite side. Coral, and this is his signature technique, the drop down Seoi Nage. And he's very good at doing it at a right angle. You know, these guys at under 100s, they can't spin and rotate as quickly and as fast as the lighter weight guys, so you know, they're going to make people move around them or use other kind of techniques like slightly attacking the legs with the elbow or going in at 90 degrees. Now this one, Coral, never seen him do an Osoto before, but looks pretty good. Getting an ippon with it. And here's another Sumigaishi, but what I love from Blue is watch him just squeeze that space on the left side of Katarina. Really takes his time with it. You can see he's starting to set it up here with the grip, but then right here with the knee, really squeezed that space, made it hard for Katarina to escape. And this is another one. Sorry Katarina, but we've been on 2 ippons, the receiving end of 2 ippons in a row. This one I love. Also Togari with a same side lapel grip. Moving on, plus 100s now. Ouchigari, and then taking that back leg with the kosoto. You know, for a while I thought kosoto could only be on the front leg, but even as the back leg, it's still considered a kosoto. I'm pretty sure. Here's another one. More traditional. Kosoto, kind of a nidan. Kosoto here. Starts with an ouchigari, and then as Snipe starts to go backwards, just stays sticky on that foot. One of my favorite techniques for sure. Now have a look at this. Little kosoto fake to set that leg backwards, and then the osotogari. Actually, I do this exact same combination, and I think I have a little video. So here we go. And I take a top grip first, which I highly advise against. Get the sleeve, and then this little foot there just makes people think about the kosoto, and then the osoto to finish the technique. I think I double lapels at that stage, not sure why or how I lost the sleeve. Anyway, back to some high level judo. Uranage here, that was a good one. Really got him onto his hips, and then to pick him up from a low position as he was looking to go to the ground. A lot of people do this, they kind of turn their technique into a makikomi, hope they can go to the ground and then just reset, but if you can pick him up, if you can turn him over, there's an opportunity there for a score. Good counter to a low driving ouchigari. Those low driving ouchigaris, I mean, they're beautiful when they work, but sometimes, I mean, they're a risky move. Front uchimata now, one of my favorites, probably because I can't do it. Have a look at that, that's beautiful. Now this one, I'm struggling to remember what people call it. I think it's a spatula. I can't remember the exact name in German. I think it might be a kataguruma or just a weird variation of a seoi nage, but someone's going to correct me in the comments. I wonder what the Kodokan would like to call this technique. It's an interesting one. Some of the bigger guys now. And this is the only piece of newaza in the entire video. I think Blue just wasn't very smart here. Let White get that deep kind of grip underneath his chin a little bit too easily. When you're in that position, you really got to be protecting your neck and your lapels. You got to stop people from getting any inch around your neck. Now this one is really nice. Starts off with a kosoto, but kind of uses that momentum to turn it into an uchimata. I really like this one. I do a lot of kosoto uchimata myself, but I don't really spin it in this direction. That's a brilliant way to do it. Now this is why I always tell the young guys, it's important to go again. So Blue, he had his attack, stopped, and then White, he just went twice. Right side, then left. I mean, if you're in the sort of situation where you can safely throw out techniques, not risk the counter, you might as well just go for it. So you can see Blue doesn't really have the best grips on at the moment, and so White, it was just open game for him, go as many times as he wanted until he got the score. This is Lorsanov again making another appearance, this time a little bit of a quick kind of kochi, gets the movement going backwards and then stops him as he approaches. It's a really nice kochi-gari. Classic ippon seoi nage here. Now this last one, after this one here, coming up from Bashayev, it is in the newaza. It's a joint lock on the elbow, shoulder. I'm so confused about the rules. I mean, technically this should be illegal, but they just let it go in judo. So if you didn't know, this is totally fine to do, even though when you read the interpretation of the rules, it apparently isn't. It's weird. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.